out of the city and at my favorite flea market, Brimfield. This is my happy place. One of the things that I'm looking for today are just odds and ends, things that I buy for clients as opposed to rent, which is a question that I got recently. What do you buy for an event versus what should you rent? One of my favorite things to buy are unique passing trays. I tend to keep cocktail hour design to a minimum, but for a way to add some texture and personality to cocktail hour, I love to find really interesting passing trays, which brings me to these just really beautiful tin squares that are on the small side, but they have so many different colors and textures to them that I thought they would be really beautiful for a past hors d'oeuvre. Three other things that I found at Brimfield that I'm always on the lookout for are one, numbers that I can incorporate into a table number in some way. I found these more kind of schoolhouse style, really bold table numbers that I thought could be fun if you're a teacher who's getting married, or if you're getting married in even any type of historical building. I just always love a three-dimensional table number that feels like it has a lot of character to it. So I grabbed a bunch of these that I found. I also am always on the lookout for interesting signage. I think you're seeing more and more of that on Pinterest and other sources of your inspiration, and I think a really well positioned sweet sign can really mean a lot to your guests and translate so beautifully in photography. So I loved this particular sign. I'm going to do a video in the next couple of weeks about how I make a lot of our signs for our couples. So hopefully that will make it even easier and kind of reveal some DIY secrets. So stay tuned for that. And then lastly, this is kind of a continuation of the first thing, but different trays. We touched on this in the how to set your budget and design a day you can afford planning session, which if you haven't listened to, it's available for free on the website and is just a wealth of information. But one of my favorite things to do if you're trying to keep your florals really simple is to collect different trays that you can put on the center of the table and then place just a few really, really simple bud vases. I find that anything that you're doing very simplistically, if you can anchor that on something on the center of a table like a tray, then it makes it feel that much more special and intentional. So that's why I'm always on the hunt for really interesting trays. These are silver ones here, but there are no limit to the options at Brimfield. I hope this helps. I am a flea market junkie for sure. I love it, and I just love discovering new ways to incorporate different authentic materials and finds into your wedding. So I hope this was a little bit of inspiration, and I will chat with you next week.